What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. And today, guys, we're gonna be talking about my comic book that I'm making, because this channel is about comic books and the ones that I write and draw. I want to be a comic book artist for Marvel and DC in the near future when I'm done with high school, hopefully. And just try to be like I've been growing up with all the comic books, not comic books, superheroes, and love to draw them. So I would love to be a comic book artist in the near future. Um, but no, today, guys, we'll be talking about the comic book that I'm working on right now, which is a Spider-Man comic called Spider-Man Year One. Um, honestly, it's gonna be like an origin story, but it's gonna be a little bit more in depth of an origin story. This will have 5 issues, or maybe 4 issues that I'm gonna do. Probably most likely 4. It's gonna be each comic book is gonna have a villain. This one's gonna have Electro, and the series does not have an MJ. Um, MJ is not gonna come in for a little bit, but Gwen Stacy is actually gonna be in this one and be the love interest for Peter. Um, uh, what else? What else? What else? Um, Another thing is trying to think. I have this thing in my way. It's just not moving. Um, we also, yeah, Uncle Ben is gonna die in this, but it's gonna be more in depth, like why he's gonna, like how he dies. Like we're also gonna get a perspective of him dying. Um, this one, I'm trying not to take off of the Amazing Spider-Man, where he doesn't, because he's not gonna go do wrestling. He's actually probably most likely going to, uh, die of like a fatal gun shooting, uh, by someone that Peter was just walked by and shoved because he got mad at Uncle Ben for basically lying about his parents, stuff like that. And he runs off, and then Uncle Ben comes. Peter runs into the gunner, uh, and he looks at him with the guy's giving him a glare, and he walks off, and then Uncle Ben sees him pull out a gun, and then he goes to try to go fight him, and then he goes and just shoots him, and that's how he's gonna die and all that. But this Spider-Man is actually gonna most likely, no, not most likely, he's definitely gonna have no tech. He's gonna not have tech in anything. He's gonna have web shooters, but he's not gonna have tech. What I think that the MCU is doing that I don't like is tech. Like, Spider-Man does not need tech to become Spider-Man. Spider-Man is known for using his surroundings, using what he has to make his suit. Um, Captain America got his because he was a soldier, so a military. He's in the military. Tony was a billionaire. He made it out of armor. Thor was a god, so he has the gold and uh, like some diamond or some platinum on his stuff. But Spider-Man is a kid from Queens who's not really rich. He's not poor, but he's not really wealthy, so he's kind of like using his own stuff, like stitching and all that. Um, so this is gonna have no tech at all. You like when I try to do, like, try to bring Spider-Man, I don't like using tech. I think tech of Spider-Man is kind of like not when he's needed, because then he's like Spider. It's like Tony Stark doesn't need a mentor. There's also a book will also give like shout outs to the Avengers, but there's no Avengers. They've broken up. They just found um, Tony leaves, retires as a hero. Cap is like a secret agent for Shield. Same thing with Black Widow. Clint retired to settle down in actual life. Thor went back to Asgard, the king. Bruce ran away from the world. He's hiding because of the Hulk. My brother's coming upstairs. Um, but this is gonna be my own story. It's gonna have a bunch of takes of other people's Spider-Mans or movie variations, but it's gonna be basically my own. I'm still hoping that Spider-Man Year One isn't a name. So people who watch this, please comment down below. Is there a name called Spider-Man Year One? Because if there is, please tell me. I'll probably search it. But I like Spider-Man Year One. But there will be Spider-Man Year Twos, Threes, Fours. But that's like way in the future. Um, this is kind of like more of a template for the future. So I get picked. He's coming. I'm doing
Gavin
this.
go?
I love because I'm doing this, but Gavin left because he just
Get
more
it.
talking. Yeah, they just heard that on my video.
Huh?
They heard that on my video.
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to think of something else.
Hmm?
Not. Trying to think of something else I haven't. Oh yeah, Electro. He's gonna be the main villain for this one because the fact that when you think of Spider-Man, Electro was his first ever super villain. Like you've had Green Goblin, but he wore a suit with a Green Goblin face, but he was like given strength. But I want to do Electro be his first villain because surely down the line, I would love to do a Sinister Six comic book, but I do want to do one that has Mr. Negative in the Sinister Six because the Spider-Man game I did love, and I have not really seen much comics that does Mr. Negative, like Doctor Octopus. I'm gonna probably do a Green Goblin one. I'm not too sure. Green Goblin's known for it, but I want to give people other light, like people that's been like he's a villain, they're a villain, but they're just not really shown. Like we've never gotten a Spider-Man movie of Kingpin, you know. We have never gotten a Spider-Man movie with freaking Chameleon, like Scorpion, but he hasn't really been the villain. He's just been like person in the movie. But nah, like I'm gonna the year ones they're gonna like set it up as soon as year 2 issue 2 where there's a new villain. That's gonna be the Sinister Six. So that's why I'm picking out the villains, the ones I can do best. That's why Electro's gonna be the first super villain for him that has superpowers. But this next villain is gonna like how he got his powers was engineered by a faulty wire, a telephone wire. This one I want it like he's gonna get hit by lightning by being near a power line. Just a normal citizen hits by lightning by a power line, gets his powers, and then he doesn't know what's going to happen, but then he's feeling drained and all that, so he has to go and to an alley where there's a bunch of power lines, and he's just like stealing the energy, and he gets caught by the cops, and then that's when he becomes Electro, and Spider-Man is the first supervillain. But yeah, these comic books aren't going to be pretty quick. These are ones that you just try to take your time with, and it takes like you gotta write the story, then you gotta draw it, then you gotta do the story, and then you gotta like see if it looks good. If it doesn't look good, you gotta fix it. Yeah, it's not gonna be that easy. So this is why I'm saying it's gonna take a little bit more than usual time, like drawing. But that's basically gonna be the video for today, guys. This is episode 1 of the Spider-Man Year 1 updates or talks. I will be doing these every Wednesday. So every Wednesday, you guys will be getting a brand new video of this. So next Wednesday, we'll be talking about an update of how the story is going to go. And we're gonna probably talk a little bit more on the story of Peter and Gwen. I did want to talk about Gwen, but I don't have enough time. I try to get these videos under 10 minutes or 10 minutes, not above. So if you guys did seem to enjoy, please like and drop and subscribe. You know, it'd be cool if you guys like it because I'm doing this for you guys, but I'm also doing this for a template comic. See if Marvel or DC ever goes down the line like, oh, he makes a pretty good comic. Because I'm only a comic artist. I'm not a comic writer. I don't want to write, but I want to be an artist. But yeah, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Episode 2 is gonna be next week on Wednesday. So I'll see you guys next week. And as always, peace out or something. I don't know. I don't do outros.